Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as you guys know, Skip Bayless has quickly turned himself into one of the most polarizing figures in sports media. Whether you like it or not, that's the case. I've even heard tenured people at in sports media basically call Skip Bayless an a-hole. This is not me. This is what they have said, right? His contemporaries, people that have been in the same industry with him for decades now, right? Skip Bayless, although he's entertaining, he's the godfather of debate, has also found a way to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Skip Bayless, especially, and this happened at the beginning of this year during that Damar Hamlin situation, and then when he came back and doubled down on it, a lot of people didn't like the way he disrespected Shannon Sharpe to his face. This is a Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer, talking to him like as if he's just some guy that you just picked off the street and got him on TV to start talking sports. It was quite surprising. So we all know the story now. Shannon Sharpe is gone, and we don't really know what's going to happen with Shannon Sharpe. But in the midst of all of that, there's been this search to figure out who was going to be the next replacement for Shannon Sharpe. So what happened? Recently, Skip Bayless published an episode from his podcast, or whatever it is. And in this episode, I saw the original title. It's like an hour and something long. I'm like, there's no way I'm watching that. I don't watch for me to watch something very long, it'll take me days to watch. I have a very short attention span. So if you look at my computer, I have like 10 tabs open of 10 different things. I'm supposed to watch this. I'll forget to watch it. And it takes me a long time to consume long content. But anyway, in this particular clip, you saw a segment where, you saw the title of Skip Bayless, Charles Barkley, and all that stuff. So I came across a shorter clip where Skip Bayless was publicly recruiting Charles Barkley to come and be his debate partner on Undisputed. But before we get into his comments, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to play what Skip Bayless had to say here as he recruited Charles Barkley and shamelessly recruited him, and then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to Skip Bayless.
I sat back 2 days later and I started thinking about what Charles said about me, about wanting this job against this damn idiot. Started thinking about my next debate partner on Undisputed, and this is what occurred to me. Charles Barkley would be my dream debate partner on Undisputed. I would dive out of bed every morning out here in Los Angeles at 2 o'clock in the morning to get to work with Charles. Please, Charles, please come and please work with me, this damn idiot. Please. What a joy it would be to do battle every day with Charles Barkley live on television. I could semi-retire. I could mail it in. I could, dare I say, actually have a life and forget about prepping so furiously hard night after night after night for every day's Undisputed. All I'd have to do is let Charles go first and listen to him make a fool of himself. I get to sit back and watch him walk himself right into an indefensible trap. I wouldn't even have to try. So please, 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 Charles, come be this damn idiot's debate partner. Please let me annihilate you on a daily basis, 10 times per show. Let me make barbecue chicken out of you, as Shaq often says that he did, my man Shaq, of those who tried to guard him. You know, compared to my former formidable partners, Stephen A. and Shannon, you, Charles, would be a one-man Washington Generals. You'd be a solo Shaqton the Fool on a daily basis. You'd be the equivalent of an Adam Morrison, an all-time draft bust, a bust that I would put straight into my debate Hall of Fame. This damn idiot would cherish working with you. Hey, they'd buy you out over my dead body. Heck, I would pay your salary to work with me. How about it, Charles? You and me, every day on Undisputed. Think of all the fun I'd have. You, Charles Barkley, could actually be on your favorite show to watch. I'm sorry that I haven't been on lately to irritate you and educate you and make you think, damn, I wish I'd said that. But Charles, we do return August 28th. We return like Jordan did on March 19th of 1995. And I now officially offer you the opportunity to be the damn idiot's permanent debate partner.
So you heard what he had to say. Is this what sports media is turning into? Like one big joke of a business? So wait a minute. You know Charles Barkley doesn't like you. You have made it clear that you don't like Charles Barkley. You took it upon yourself that I'm going to be going back at Charles Barkley. You've made this statement clear. Charles Barkley has made his feelings about you crystal clear for at least the last, 10 years or so, right? But then a vacancy opens up on your show after Shannon Sharpe leaves the show. And then you say to yourself, you know what? I think people are so stupid. I think our viewers are so dumb. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up a show and I'm going to go try to recruit Charles Barkley, even though everyone knows that Charles Barkley doesn't like me, even though I have made it clear that I'm going to be pushing back on Charles Barkley. But you know what? I'm willing to turn this thing into a circus, and we're just going to come up here and basically put on a spectacle because we know it's going to make a lot of money because I believe my viewers are actually that stupid. And here's the irony of it. There are a lot of people that are actually that stupid. There are a lot of people that will fall for this. Skip doesn't like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley doesn't like Skip. You saw Undisputed basically fall apart because of a fractured relationship between Skip Bayless and Charles Barkley. And now you want to replace Shannon Sharpe with Charles Barkley. That's the first thing. The second thing, Charles, hold up. I gotta go through the numbers here. I'm sorry, Charles Barkley contract extension. Yes. So Charles Barkley recently signed a new as of October 21st, 2022, TV pundit Charles Barkley has signed a $317 million contract extension with TNT for the next 10 years. So let me get this straight. Charles Barkley is getting paid $37 million a year to work on TNT with people that he actually likes working with in Charles Barkley, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny Smith. Number two, he doesn't have to report to work at some ungodly hour in the morning, although he works late at night. He doesn't have to work on that show all year long. And you're telling me that Charles Barkley, a person that's in his 60s, is going to forego that job, leave wherever he lives, move to California, to wake up in the morning at 3 o'clock every morning in his 60s, to come sit across a desk from a person that he despises, to help that person make millions of dollars for what? Why would Charles Barkley do this? Why? Seriously. What is in it? What would Charles Barkley? Skip Bayless is talking about he'll pay. How can Skip Bayless pay Charles Barkley? How? Is Skip Bayless making $60 million a year? If you're willing to pay Charles Barkley, that means you must be making like $100 million a year. Because why would I be making $60 million and give somebody else $37 million to come and work on my show? Wouldn't I find somebody cheaper? Less expensive? This is a spectacle. This is a joke. This is what Undisputed is turning into. A joke. And now you're beginning to see the value that Shannon Sharpe brought. You see, Shannon was so easy to replace until it came time to replace him. I'll repeat that once more. Shannon was so easy to replace until it became time to replace him. I'm going to sit down and watch Charles Barkley and Skip Bayless go back and forth when Charles Barkley hates him, and then wait for the day where Charles gets so annoyed that he reaches across the table and smacks Skip Bayless across the face. For what? What are we doing here? Are we turning a sports media into the WWE? Like, what are we doing right now? But this is Skip Bayless. This is what it's turning into. This is what it is turning into. An absolute joke. Now, some people may love it. I think is a waste of time. But hey, some people are going to enjoy it. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this video here? What do you think about what Skip Bayless had to say? And do you think there's any realistic possibility that Charles Barkley is going to sit across a desk with Skip Bayless at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning to talk about sports 5 days a week? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show.